Hello. Welcome to the first video for Budgets and Dreams. On this channel, we are on a journey to pay off £27,000 worth of debt with a target to pay off the first £10,000 in this year, 2022. The way I plan to do that is through budgeting, setting myself good spending habits, and just keeping a general eye on my money and making sure I know where everything is and that all the money has a job. So the way that I do that is it's based really around the cash envelope system. However, I didn't feel comfortable having that much cash in my home. So the way that I've done it is I actually do the cash stuffing, but online through an app called Hyperjar. And I will show you how I use Hyperjar in a moment. There are lots of other apps you can use. I'm not sponsored by Hyperjar in any way. I just find that their app is really easy to use and free, which is amazing. So in terms of the channel and how it's going to work, I'm hoping to post at least 2 cash stuffing or jar stuffing videos every month. Potentially there will be weekly budget reviews, weekly spend reviews, and then at the end of every month I'll also give you a catch up on how we're doing with our debt. So a little bit background on me. My name's Jen. I am married. I have a 10-year-old son. And yeah, he is also very much into saving. Last year he managed to save himself enough money to buy an Oculus Quest, which was fantastic. I'm very proud of him for that. And this year he set himself a goal of saving £1,000 so that he can buy himself a gaming PC. And he's very good with his money. He's the sort of person who doesn't want to break a 500 note in a game of Monopoly. So he's very, very sweet and I'm very proud of him. So I'm going to jump into this week. I'm not going to show you my entire budget, but I will do a budget with me at some point shortly in the future. So to start with, I've just got a few bits of paper that I've printed off from my budgeting spreadsheet that I use. I'm not sure if I need to hold this up to you a little bit closer or where the sunlight's going to be, but hopefully that's going to be okay. So this is to give you an idea of our January debt tracking. So at the beginning of January, we owed a total of £27,743.19. We paid a total of £724.75 towards our debt. Minus the interest, of course, that meant that we repaid £582.48, which for 1 month is pretty good. Like I said, we're looking to pay off 10 grand of this total 27,000 this year. And these are in order of priority of how we're planning to attack those. So there's my credit card, or the portion of my credit card that currently is attracting interest. We're going to get rid of that in February. I made a big payment today. So at the end of the month, I'll be able to show you where we are with that. Then we've got just a little bit on a next account, but again, the interest rate's really high, so I want to get rid of that one. Then the big one, I've got a big loan that I took out about a year ago, and that's going to be the next target. And then after that, it's just clearing down the balances of our 0% credit cards before our 0% periods run out. And that's not going to be for a while yet. I think they both are 0% until 2023, 2024 sometime. So that's what the monthly debt tracker check-in is going to look like, except I'll do it along with you for February. In terms of how I'm going to track this, I did get myself off of Etsy a $10,000, even though I'm in the UK, I didn't realise it said dollars. So I've got myself a $10,000 savings tracker, £10,000 savings tracker, that I'm just going to colour in every time I reach £400. So last month we paid off over 500, so I managed to colour in a diamond. I have actually just ordered a new tracker from Etsy, which is going to be in pounds, and the amount is going to be £200 each time I get to colour something in. But that's on its way. Hopefully I'll be able to bring you that next time. So let's move on to this month's budget. So this is, and like I said, I will show you this in real time on my spreadsheets when I get a bit more familiar with how this is all going to work. So this is our plan for this month, our budget. So we had a starting balance of minus £430.50 before my husband got paid. We are planning to stay in our overdraft for a number of months. And the reason for that is it doesn't attract that much interest so long as we don't go into it until quite late into the month. So we have a plan that we're going to reduce the amount that we're going to use of our overdraft by £50 every month, in line with when my husband gets paid, which is this here. So this is his paydays. We're in February at the moment, and our target is to come in at the end of the month under £450 of our overdraft. And then you'll see in March it's going to be under 400, April under 350, and so on until at the end of the year we start to build up a little bit of a buffer. We're not going to go crazy with the buffer, just a little bit in case something unexpected happens. So this is the plan for paydays and budgeting. So I'll be doing a budget the day before my husband gets paid. That's each of these days here. And he gets paid every 4 weeks. I get paid monthly. So to be able to figure all that out, we actually have what is essentially a bonus bonus month where my husband gets paid. So that's going to be really good fun, stuffing that one. We're going to have quite a lot of money to put into our sinking funds that month, and I'm very much looking forward to that. So we'll go back to our income for this month. So like I said, we had a starting balance of minus £403.50. My husband has been paid today, actually, £1,823.50. I'm due to get paid later in the month, over £2,000. And then we also have the child benefit coming in as well. So that's the benefit that everybody gets in the UK if they have children. It's not child tax credits, which is something very different, which you apply for when you're on a low income. Clearly, myself and my husband are not on a low income. This is just the standard child benefit that you get for having children. So that gives us an available budget this 4-week period of £3,599.66. So the way we're planning to spend that is I allocate most of mine, or if not all of my salary when that comes in, to bills. And that's because my salary is at a fixed point of the month every single month, and most of our bills have been lined up to fit around that. So my salary mainly focuses on the bills, which is all taken care of in the bank through direct debit. So we don't do any sort of jar stuffing or cash stuffing around that. The remainder of the bills comes out of my husband's salary, and then all of our variable expenses, which is our spending money, our son's spending money, which he earns through doing chores. And also we put a little bit of money aside every month for our son's clubs and anything that he might need, like school uniform, that sort of thing. And then in the jars, you'll get familiar with those if you stick with me. If you would like to subscribe, that would be just phenomenal. I'm not sure what I would do, might cry. So yeah, if you feel like liking, subscribing, that would be fantastic. And I would really appreciate any comments that you have. This is my first video, so likely to be a bit clunky. So any comments or feedback, I would really value those. So please do leave a comment down there, and I really look forward to getting back to you. So back to the jars, you'll get familiar with those if you stick with me. So these are just like what you would normally see in sinking funds. Like we'll have our weekly spending money for, well, it'd be fortnightly for food, petrol, that sort of thing. And then longer term sinking funds for birthdays, Christmas, buying bits of tech, a couple of subscriptions, that kind of thing. So I'm going to run through some of that with you in a sec. I'm going to do some jar stuffing on Hyperjar. No budget allocated for anything other this month, and the extra debt payment that I made this morning, which was awesome, was £268.47. So at the end of the month, we're expecting to still be in our overdraft. That's okay. And we'll be at a balance of minus £378.18, which, if you remember, is under our target of being 450 into our overdraft. So that's brilliant. And it will also give us possibly a little bit extra next month when I'm planning to make a really big contribution to the next account, because I want that gone. Cool. Lovely. Okay. So I will now get into the stuffing. So this is Hyperjar. It is, like I said, it's an app. It's essentially a prepaid MasterCard. You don't pay any fees for having it. All transfers are instant. I just transferred this money over just now and it arrived instantly. And it's really the equivalent of having your cash envelopes, except it's without cash. So if, like me, making trips to the bank regularly is just going to be just not a question, doing the budgeting and stuffing like this might be really beneficial. It's just an alternative, and I'm absolutely loving it. I really, really love using this method. So I've just transferred £387 over from mine and my husband's joint bank account, and that's now appearing in my wallet. So your wallet, if you like cash stuffing videos like I do very, very much, love a good bill exchange, then this is the equivalent of like your cash tray. So what we're going to start with first is we're going to add £140 to our groceries, and that's going to be for the next 2 weeks. So I'm just going to pop into groceries. I'm going to add from the wallet, I'm going to add £20. Oh, no, I'm not. That's a big lie. I'm going to add £120. £20 wouldn't get us very far. £120 from my wallet to my groceries. Confirm. I'm meant to be doing £140, so I've just quickly added another £20. Confirm. Oh, there we go. Don't know why that took so long. So now in groceries we have £140. Perfect. So next we're going to move on to our parking. So a tire 4 weeks parking in. Just realised you can't see the little quote on here anymore. From a small seed, a mighty trunk may grow. Lovely. We're going to add in £32 for the 4 weeks. So add from the wallet. Going to put in £32. So these are essentially what would go into our cash wallet if we were doing this with cash. Petrol is going to get £40. We'd normally put in £50 for a 2 week period. We did have £10 left in here this morning. My husband already went and filled up. So that's £40 in there. The next one we're going to do is top up shop. So we're going to add £30 in there, and that's just for bits and pieces. Again, this is for the fortnight. Bits and pieces like milk, cereals, if my son decides to eat them all like he likes to do, bread, maybe a bit of extra dog food, bits and pieces like that. So things that we've included in our groceries, but then we've just run out of. Next, I'm going to move away from our weekly spending or fortnightly spending, and I'm going to move down into our sinking funds. Oh, just quickly before I do that, I'm not sure if the camera's picking this up. You can see that there's a wavy line here, which is really cool. So for each jar, you can set a goal, and then this wavy line appears depending on how far you are towards that goal. So when you're running low on something, this gets lower, and it's just a real visual way of just saying, you might want to think about topping this up. And I love that, all about the visuals. Let's go down. We're not going to be stuffing any Christmas today. We're not going to stuff any birthdays today. I probably will, though, in next fortnight's budget. But we are going to stuff gifts. And we are going to put £20 in there. It's my sister's birthday, so that's perfect. So we've now got £20 in gifts. And I didn't update any of these. So I'm just writing these down on here today so I can transfer them over to my spreadsheet. Like I said, I'll try and do it live with my spreadsheet at some point, but just today it was just a little bit too much for me to handle on my first video. So the next thing we're going to stuff is our family fun, and that's getting £75 because it is half term in a couple of weeks, and it would be lovely if I could actually take my son off and do something. Next, we're going to do medical. So this covers things like prescriptions, eye tests, what else? A dentist. But mostly for my husband and my son. I already pay insurances for my dental, and I pay just £10.81 a month for my prescriptions because I get a number of prescriptions every month, and it's a lot cheaper to do it that way. If you're interested in that, you just have a search up on it on the NHS website, and it's just prescriptions prepay. And then finally, the last jar I'm going to stuff today is pets. My dog, he's a beagle. He needs a groom. So he is getting £30. So pets now has £30. So there you go. So we've stuffed all of our jars and our wallet is now at 0. So groceries has 140, parking 32, petrol 40, top-up shop 30. Christmas and birthdays might have a stuffing in a fortnight's time. Got a bit in gifts for my sister, a bit of money for half term. Dentist is coming up soon for my son, so we've got money in there, and the dog needs a groom. So the other jars that I've got down here, these pink ones, are my personal jars. So when I get my £180 allowance from our wages, I also put it into Hyperjar. This month I'm leaving quite a lot of it in the bank actually because I am overdrawn and I want to get over that overdraft. So this month I've got a very tight month, so I've just got £20 for spending and £10 for quiz with my girlies on a Wednesday. So that's Hyperjar. Really simple, really easy. That's how I'm going to be keeping you updated with my cash stuffing every fortnight. I do just want to show you, this was my attempt at bullet journaling, which is probably why I've reverted back to using spreadsheets. But this was a loan that we'd been working on for years, and I felt like I was never going to be able to pay it off. So right in March in 2018, I said, right, I'm just going to track it. I'm just going to keep an eye on it. Every month I get to give myself a little pat on the back when we paid something and I can follow the progress. But oh my gosh, this whole part here just felt like it was taking forever. And then all of a sudden we were done and we were finished and we were paid off in March in 2021, which is amazing. I've been living in debt since I was about 18 years old. So any time I can pay off a debt, it's fantastic. And I get one step closer to living my dreams, which is why we are Budgets and Dreams. So our dreams are actually to pay off our debts, then we want to save up a bit of an emergency fund, and then we will be saving up to buy our first house, which is very, very exciting. So anyway, I will leave it there. I hope you are having a wonderful day. Everything in your life is working out nicely for you and you're on top of your budgets. If you want to leave me a comment, that would be fantastic. If you want to like the video, that would be amazing. And if you wanted to subscribe, well, I would just be just over the moon. I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye-bye.